have a Freck on a Rogue and Alesh on a Warlock, and it's going to be a Zulok.
This could be one of the fastest games of the day. You never know, actually. So the main problem is you opened Alesh files too. So we got Alesh versus Alesh at the moment.
Nice.
So Timo is going to head back to the casters. We're just going to restart the files here. So
2 times Zulok.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That was a genius move here. So you're going to put in Freck, and I got Alesh.
Okay, let's see if I can find Freck.
And that's our problem. There
it
he is.
Sick.
Perfectly. So this time we really got
Let's do this.
Oh, we could have casted the game also, Alesh versus Alesh. It would just have been a funny outcome in the end. So we got Zulok versus Merca Rogue, or it's not even Merca Rogue, it looks like that could be Backspace Rogue versus Zulok. This is actually then interesting.
With the cold light, yeah, it is Backspace.
Oh, so we got the one Super Rush Warlock versus the Super Rush Rogue. I see a slight advantage for Freck. He has a Blade Flurry.
Exactly. But also a cold light Oracle, not exactly what you want to have against a Zulok.
Especially if you're facing double Young Priestess Shield Bearer,
Yeah.
you're not getting. He's just gonna go Shield Bearer, coin Young Priestess, and how are you getting to that Young Priestess then?
Well, you can't really.
Yeah, if there wouldn't be the 2/1 drop from Freck, I would have gone as Alesh just for double Young Priestess. But
yeah,
now
that's always really strong. Can only get counted by a backstab, for example.
Yeah, backstab SI7 agent. Well, there's the SI7 agent, but no backstab. Still, it's like one of my favorite moves to just go for the double. It's so annoying. Okay, we got another Young Priestess and the Abusive Sergeant as possible plays to get rid of the 2/1 here. So we might see that actually. Oh, White Walker. Now
I would go White Walker Abusive.
I would go Void Walker Young Priestess.
Really?
I just like to have our double Young Priestesses, especially if they buff each other up. That would be perfect. It's tricky though. The good thing, if he goes Young Priestess, Abusive Sergeant, and just trades, then he has a 2/2. Two of those minions will be 2/2, or one will be 2/3. So that could also happen, but most likely he has 2/2 minions and 1/1 minion. That looks good. If he plays the Void Walker plus the Abusive, it could end up with a 1/4 minion, which will just tank everything. And we're gonna see Void Walker
Abusive
plus
play.
Abusive.
Yep.
That's like, now are we gonna get the 1/4? Well, still, we get the Blade Flurry, so...
Exactly, Blade Flurry, I think it wasn't too good for Alesh that the Void Walker got buffed. He would have preferred the Abusive Sergeant to get another HP.
Well, the really good thing is, if the Blade Flurry is gone. So that's just gonna be, yay, super nice. Are we going to see the Arcane Golem just charging in to get rid of the 1/4?
I really think he has to... No, don't Arcane Golem in turn 3. He had to Blade Flurry because it's just 4 damage, and the constant buffs from the Priestess, it would have snowballed out of control. The Blade Flurry was the correct choice here.
Yeah, it just gets rid of this stuff Alesh has here on the board. Harvest Golem is a really nice follow-up since... Yeah, the Rogue can kill a Harvest Golem, but you need to invest your Blade for it. So you would need to go for a Deadly Poison, actually. The Leopard Gnome is cool, but you're just missing out 1 damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Since that's a 1/3 minion. So you could go Leopard Gnome as a 7 agent, but that ain't killing the 1/3.
But he definitely doesn't want to play the Cold Light Oracle now to give Alesh more options. So that was the only play.
Who would you as like 7 agent? The Harvest Golem or the Void Walker?
Void Walker.
I think both is okay. If there is... Yeah, that's tricky. If there is a Argent Commander, it's gonna hurt. Like, it's not gonna be an Argent Commander as we know in Alesh's hand. But if there's going to be one, yeah, then there are 2 strong minions on the board, and it doesn't matter who you would as a 7 agent on. Both would get, like, one would get 2/4, or the other would get 3/4. Doomguard is cool. Now you can just drop your hand and next turn go for Doomguard.
Silence the Leopard Gnome.
Yeah, I mean, you get a 2-1, 2-1, and a 2-3 out. There's 4 minions on the board. If you live tap, you just get another card that gets probably Doom Guarded.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that, well, he would
The
have...
question is, play Soulfire now and gamble? I think yes.
It could be... So far, Doom Guard is gone.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, so, no, don't gamble. Never gamble with a Doom Guard in your hand. The Iron Rule. Never Soulfire if you hold Jiraxis.
Lannister sent their regards. Doom Guard is gone.
It never works. So at the moment he's considering Young Priestess or...
Oh, okay. That's
cool. I mean, if
interesting.
buff 2-2, so now it can get sapped as a 7 agented. So this is super good for Freck. That sap was so crucial. Still, he's just going to get plastered with more and more minions. I mean, Alesh can drop the Harvest and the Ironbeak Owl, or draw another card and maybe get an Abusive plus Ironbeak Owl. I think he wants to keep the Owl at the moment for the Van Cleef play.
Yeah,
It's just so strong. If there would even be a Van Cleef in Freck's deck, there's a Mukla, probably. A Van Cleef is not 100% effect.
Well, there are different versions out there, so...
Still and absolutely. So, yeah, nice board. And there's going to be the Cold Light Oracle for Freck. There's some nice cards in his hand. Oh, Doomguard and
nice.
Argent Squire, so he can drop both next turn. But for Freck, we also had some nice cards. There's the Deadly Poison, so we can start wrecking some faces. You could just clear with a 1-1 and Deadly Poison down 1, or start mashing.
Okay.
Nice. The board is
under control.
at the moment. If there's gonna be the Doomguard next turn, you're like, yeah, the board was under control. Just a second ago, somewhere I had actually something good. The annoying thing is there can be the Doomguard that trades into the 3-2, and your 2-3 kills the 2-2, and that looks good for you.
Would you Doomguard? I mean, you want to play the Doomguard before you draw into the second Soulfire, but you know, the chances are not that high. You could also just drop the entire hand, more or less, like the Ironbeak Owl, play it now just to get the minion, play the Argent Squire, the Harvest Golem, and yeah, he's going for that play.
And as you say, you can also just drop your whole hand and be happy with it, so you don't need to Doomguard.
Wait. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
There was a difference, whoever you silence.
No, not the silence. Silence doesn't matter, but I'm thinking about the...
Just killing the SI7 agent.
Yeah.
It's okay to not. It's okay if you do he can just attack with his weapon now and kill your minion, or a second Blade Flurry if there is one.
Second Blade Flurry would be devastating.
Absolutely. He decides to just clear the Cold Light Oracle, which is absolutely okay. Now you get the 3-2 against you, but all your minions actually have 2 attack and only 1 not. For Freck, we get the Eviscerate, Leper Gnome, and the Arcane Golem, so there is some good damage. He has 8, 12, 14 damage with a Leper Gnome that only dies, but his enemy is on 25, and there's the danger of an Argus every time.
I think Freck might run into trouble soonish, because he's lacking card draw right now. And you don't have the auctioneer, you know, like, to get more cards.
Now you get your Cold Light Oracles, but you want to have Shadow Step also for him. He might consider just going for the face now. I mean, that's 7-10 damage, bring him down to 15. If you draw your Shadow Step, you would have Arcane Golem, Shadow Step, Arcane Golem, Cold Blood, Weapon up, 1 damage. That would be rather good. So you get him down to 19. You can also Eviscerate, and you get still the 2 damage from your Leper Gnome.
Oh, real?
Well, he's doing it now. He's just going real. The good thing is, if you just nuke right away everything in his face, that...
He's forced to clear.
Yeah, he's forced to clear, so he cannot try to clear you from the board. And, I mean, he's down to 21.
Nice top deck.
Yeah, Voidwalker plus Doomguard and enough mana to draw a card, which is the most annoying thing if you're in the opportunity to actually live tap if you want to. Board gets cleared, and down to 9. And
I wouldn't life tap.
You wouldn't life tap? Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I agree with wouldn't. We got a loot holder for Freck plus the eviscerate. This is so annoying. How much damage is on the board? 5, 6, 8, 9, 11 damage for Alesh at the moment. He could survive for another turn, so he can just eviscerate the phase if he wants to, or just keep it. I would actually keep it. The stupidest thing is if he draws,
Keep it.
if he had another eviscerate, he couldn't even go. He couldn't even go for 8 damage.
Oh.
He needs to burn the taunter. If he gets a Leroy, that's not going to win him still. He would need to draw Leroy and a Shadow Staff, Leroy and a Cold Blood, something like that.
Yeah, 2 cards.
So what we have? We have 7, 9, 10 damage. 7, 8, 10 damage at the moment for Alesh.
Well, he's gonna trade the Scryer.
He's going to just get a Soulfire and win the game.
Well, that would be mean.
That would be mean, absolutely.
Oh, nice. The ooze. Maybe you.
And he doesn't dare to life tap into something.
Of course not.
Is
Like
this-
Leroy, you're dead if you life tap.
Yeah, not with Freck's card draw at the moment. His loot hoarder dies, and guess what he gets? Another loot hoarder. Plus the Argent Squire. That's just concede for not even blinking for a second. Freck concedes here, and the game is won by Alesh. He just drew an Argent Squire and the loot hoarder and a swipe. So swipe Keeper of the Grove is my favorite start.
Perfect against the Zulok. And also gets a breath.
And he has a coin. So biggest advantage against Zoo is having the coin. If the Zulok gets the coin, you're most likely going to lose often. And Voidwalker, Argent Squire, I like the start here. You get the Voidwalker, you get the Argent Squire, that one gets hero ability, and then you put out the Voidwalker, and turn 4 you even got the...
You're thinking about Voidwalker, I strongly disagree.
It would be okay to drop, I think.
I think Squire is better though.
I like that Scryer play, absolutely. Especially your enemy wants to wipe growth often, so he's not going to harm your Scryer at all. I wouldn't like to see him life tap. I hope he's going to go for the Argent Squire. That's just more and more damage on the board.
Yes.
Alesh wants to establish a nice and great hand, so if there might be a swipe, he still has great follow-up potential. And the white growth is so cool.
That's free wild growth basically. He just gave him. Could consider using Wrath, but not in this. Like, I don't really like that one. I think you should have kept it.
And not for the 1-3, especially not if you see his Harvest Golem now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have had any disadvantage for just going white growth. There are like no disadvantage at all, I think. Now you have to coin to be on 4 mana, and before that you would have been on 4 mana now, ASAP. Silence on the Harvest is cool.
Yeah, that was obvious.
Is he going to... So you could just Argus up 1 minion and Soulfire the enemy away, or you drop 3 minions and then Soulfire, which is pretty
But
cool
then
also.
It's kinda... Okay. Please, not the defender. Oh my god.
Yeah, no one is listening to you.
Oh god.
Not the RNG god.
Oh, it's so bad. Like, he's not good at gambling.
Yeah, the Argent Commando was so crucial. It would have been super nice if your minions survive. For example, now a swipe would only kill the Harvest Golem, and you could have defendered up the 3-1 and the 1-1 without Divine Shield. Super nice board in the end. A good. I wanted to say, did he just silence it? I was like, wow. No, he actually lasered it away. For a second, I was actually... Wow, Direwolf, double Direwolf, so he can drop it to in the middle and one to the right.
The problem is, if he drops so much, you are kinda in danger of swipes.
Are you always in danger of swipes? don't be so shy. Commit on the board here.
It's funny because sometimes I'm the one saying, go for the risk. And you say, no, please don't.
There's no risk involved in this play. You're just on a 4-3, and you get the Young Priestess out, especially if the Young Priestess buffs up your Argent Squire now. Or he was like hovering over the Harvest Golem.
Of
so
course.
If that would be a 4-2, that would be just a super swipe save everything.
Make it swipeable proof.
I mean, the swipe is going to kill one Direwolf, the Harvest, and the Young Priestess. Still, you got 2 minions on the board.
Yeah, 2 minions. But it's still a value swipe.
I still dislike his turn 2 move, not going for the white grows. I think that might break him the neck in the end. He could have already
Really, you
been
think? I think he has a great board right now.
Yeah, but still, I just miss the white grows. He would be on 6 mana already, now on 7. It would just be a bit cooler.
7 mana would be great now, because he could play the Druid as taunt and then get rid of the Priestess.
There's Selness,
Ah,
and
he would have loved to have the Selness earlier.
And you just used your
with the wild
swipe.
grows.
The main annoying thing is you want to kill the young priestess, but you want to drop something on the board. You don't want to taunt anything that could just get soul fired and traded from a 2/1.
He goes for the top. No, he goes for the charge. Okay. It's
Just
rid of
gets
a bit of
rid
damage.
of the Direwolf Alpha. I mean, that's a pretty annoying minion. It just gives +2 damage overall and everything. Oh, Shattered Sun Cleric on the young priestess, maybe? Oh, plus an Argent Squire additionally, so really nice cards for Alesh getting here. If there would be a Doomguard top deck next turn, that would just be the perfect card.
Yeah.
Now look at it, that's 6-8 damage on the board, plus a Doomguard, 13. What is Freck going to do? Ancient of Lore, heal himself up?
He has almost no options. I mean, he has to go for taunt, right? But he can't really kill anything.
And now I would drop my Selness. I'm honest. I would drop my Selness. It gives you the card draw. You don't have a swipe at the moment in your hand. 1 Wrath is already used. So only 2 spell cards are left. Maybe 1 Starfall is left. But you need to drop your Selness to get those cards.
You need Starfall or swipe, as you already said.
Wow, Silence plus Mortal
Coil.
Coil.
What?
He could have Silence also
Why
just to
didn't he-
diminish the card draw. He wants to silence the
The
4/6
taunt and
maybe.
just go for the face?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with Shield Bearer, why not?
Yeah, now you can just drop everything on the board and just silence it away and go for 8 damage. I think I like that move a lot.
I think Freck would pay a lot to get a swipe now.
Absolutely. He got an Argent Commander for that card draw. Not gonna help him so much. I still like this silence move, especially with the Shield Bearer, as you said.
Yep.
He's not gonna get through to any of your minions, and you can get through in his brain.
Without the Shield Bearer, it's kinda risky. If there's still an Innervate, Force of Nature, Raw combo, you could just die.
Absolutely.
With the Shield Bearer, he's safe.
What I dislike is, for example, Ancient of War now. You would need to run in almost everything you have on the board. There's the second Wrath, the second White Growth.
Yeah.
I just think it was a misplay in turn 2. He would have had the Wrath longer time. He would have gotten his minions earlier, and so on. Maybe it would have turned out better in the end.
Like, if you don't play the Wild Growth early against the Zoolog, and he was able, like, he had the option, you just never get the opportunity to play it.
Yeah, and now he's just getting melted by Alesh's Army of Doom. Actually, it's only crap minions. You get like a 1/1, a 1/1, a 2/1 that got buffed up to a 3/2, a 3/2, another 2/1. But if you get like 7 of those minions, then it's 7 damage, or even with 2 damage minions, a bit more.
Yeah, that's up.
It's like a paladin just getting all his 1/1s, and in the end, he just 1/1s you to death. So how much damage is left? We got
Enough.
7 damage at the moment only.
And he has 6 HP.
Yeah, that should work out. Basic math wins again.
That should be enough.
Concede.